The death toll here in Texas stands at just short of 90 people killed.
Efforts are now shifting towards search and recovery. We know more than 100 people have been reported dead, and dozens of others are still missing, including a group of 10 young girls.
A handsome Coast Guard rescue swimmer is credited with saving over 160 lives in the Texas floods out there in the Texas highlands. Eat your heart out, Kevin Costner and Ashton Kutcher.
I'm here to exceed your expectations, Senior Chief.
Wow, I bet you practiced that all morning.
And now for those of you that don't know, the Texas Hill Country outside of San Antonio and Austin, Texas, had one heck of a flood over the 4th of July weekend. Water sweeping away cars, trees, entire houses. And along the path of this flash flood's destruction, thousands of people are stranded and hundreds need help evacuating the area. They're stuck. They're screwed. They got nobody to turn to. That is, they had nobody to turn to until Scott Ruskin and his beautiful mustachioed face showed up and started saving the world. But before we get any further into that, first, a word from this video's sponsor, Fume. Flavored air is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking. And who's at the forefront? Fume! I mean, haven't you caught yourself reaching for a bad habit without even thinking of it? It could be out of stress or boredom, but this is where Fume steps in. It's not about quitting, it's about replacing. Fume offers a simple and enjoyable way to back away from those bad habits, while still having something satisfying to reach for. And there's no vapor, no nicotine, just flavor. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device that delivers great taste without any harmful chemicals. Instead of vapor, you just breathe in air. Natural, non-toxic flavors that satisfy your cravings without the downside. And with so many different delicious flavors to choose from, you'll have no problem switching it up and finding something that you enjoy or going back and forth from one of your favorites to another. I personally like spearmint because it's tingly. I like that feeling. Over 500,000 people have already made their switch to Fume as a part of their habit-changing journey. So if you're ready to try it for yourself, now's the time. Because for a limited time, if you order the Journey Pack and use code ANGRYCOPS, you'll get a free Fume topper, an awesome accessory to level up your experience. So click the link below at tryfume.com/angrycops or scan the QR code on the screen to get yours today. All right, let's learn a little bit more about Scott and where he comes from. What makes up the man who goes out during floods and rescues almost 200 people? Now, it takes a lot to be a rescue diver for the Coast Guard. You gotta be physically fit, and Scott is one physically fit dude. Because while at Rider University in New Jersey during his college years, Scott was on the track and field team and he was a runner. You need that cardio. He did the 4x800 relay and the 3,000 meter steeplechase. I don't know what a steeplechase is. Please play steeplechase now.
Going again. Isaac Updike has...
What was Scott doing while in college? Well, he was being an accountant for KPMG, one of the largest accounting groups, one of the top 4 in the United States. The guy was a finance bro. He's basically Gordon Gekko. Decided to turn a new leaf and save people. And in 2021, his senior year, he enlisted in the Coast Guard. But he's only been a rescue swimmer for the past year. Now, Scott's normally stationed in Corpus Christi, Texas, but when the alert came out for help, we need assistance across Texas, him and his crew flew there. And what normally takes about an hour took them 8. That's right, the weather was so bad they were circling around, flying and landing and flying again, just trying to find a spot to land so they could help people. And guess what? This wasn't like Scott's 3rd or 4th or 5th rescue. This was his first time.
I never did this before, no.
Virgin cherry being broken when it comes to natural disasters that he responds to. And how did he do for his first time? Well, I think the kid's a natural. You see, Scott's team was designated with going over to Camp Mystic, a girls' Christian camp that was really having a bad time. The area had hundreds of people stranded from the floods and a large number of poor little girls missing. Some, unfortunately, already have been confirmed dead. That's probably why Camp Mystic sounds familiar. It's been all over the news for the unfortunate number of little girls going to summer camp and drowning in this horrible flood. But Scott wasn't gonna let that number rise anymore. Although those waters are rising, the death toll will stay where it's at when Scott Ruskin's on the job. So what happens? Well, Scott links up with a whole bunch of National Guard and Task Force 1 for Texas, and his crew gets tasked out to Camp Mystic.
Efforts are now shifting towards search and recovery. We know more than 100 people have been reported dead, and dozens of others are still missing, including a group of 10 young girls who were at Camp Mystic, a camp that is located along the Guadalupe River.
They land, they drop off Scott, and Scott says, hey, you need more room picking up people and rescuing them. I'm gonna triage a group here at the camp. You go out and fly more missions and collect as many people off of rooftops that you can find. And the crew says, see you later, Tater, and takes off. Now Scott immediately starts triaging kids. Hey, camp counselor, get over here with all those kids. Who's got scraped feet? Who's got broken bones? Who's cold? Let's get you together, warm me up. Everybody, body heat. Who's got the worst types of injuries? All right, we've got 1, 2, and 3 level. Well, now Scott's got all these kids triaged and he's talking to counselors and giving them direction. He's trying to call up on the radio to his guys, but he's not getting anything back for 3 hours. 3 hours, you're on a rescue mission and you were just sitting there with a group of a couple hundred kids just being like, holy shit, I hope they pick up the radio sometime soon. You've got to have your shit locked down. And Scott says a fantastic line.
I'm sorry this happened to you guys, but you guys were so brave and tough, and it made me like a better rescuer because you guys were acting so bravely.
How humble can you be? What an outstanding guy. During his entire press conference, he's just like, hey, I'm just a dude. I'm part of a larger team. The Army's UH-60 Blackhawks were helping us out. Obviously, my team was there. There's Task Force 1. There's the National Guard. Everybody's helping me out to help these kids so I can move them to the next step of care. Zero selfishness, all selfless service. And the most beautiful thing that gives me freaking goosebumps is when CNN calls Scott a hero. Hey, Scott, you're a hero. And this is Scott's response.
I'm just a dude. I chose to enlist in the Coast Guard. Anyone's able to do this job. If you raise your right hand, do it. So I'm just happy I was given the opportunity to help these people out.
Oh, yes, yes. More selfless service. It's not me. I'm just a guy. Anybody can get this training. It's the Coast Guard. It's the Department of Defense. It's Homeland Security. It's the positive side of service in the Department of Defense, U.S. government, holistic sphere of whatever post. It is that service that got him to where he is, that allowed him to help others. My God, I want to blow this guy. And let me speak freely, as I often do. Where the is Ford or Chevy or Toyota? Get this guy a truck. Holy shit. You're telling me you couldn't PR pimp out of one truck for this guy? And you would just be like, and everybody's, oh yeah, I got a free truck from Toyota. But you know the publicity you could get from that just by doing a nice thing to a guy who sacrificed himself for hundreds of children? My God, I don't know how nobody's given this guy a free rub and tug yet. How has nobody else jumped on this? NFL, get this guy free tickets to a Broncos game. Nobody watches the Broncos anymore. The seats are basically free. And I'm not saying that Scott did this for handouts, not at all. That's not the case at all. I'm saying that's because of his selfless service that this guy deserves to be raised up above others and said, this is the guy we want our young troops to emulate, which, by the way, Coast Guard, DOD, everybody in every branch, if you don't slap this fucking guy's face on a recruiting poster, you're retarded and should be fired. People need to see themselves in the job, themselves in service of their country to motivate them to serve. Although I love World War II vets, nobody can connect on a level with them anymore. Nobody's been to Tarawa. Nobody's fought at the Battle of the Bulge anymore. But all that hill land in Texas and everybody that's been watching this flood is gonna go, that. I want to grow up to be that. He's already been on Homeland Security's Instagram page with like an attaboy post and the White House. This guy deserves a soldier's medal. I don't know what a soldier's medal is for the Coast Guard. The sailor's medal, I guess. It's for heroism, but not at a time of war, right? Imagine like Silver Star-esque, but in peacetime. Come on, people, let's get a move on it, huh? I'll start. Hey, Scott, I formally award you the highest honor I can, the POB. Good job. Good job. Good job. Now, if somebody can get me Scott's mailing address, I will gladly mail him and the rest of his crew in the helicopter some POBs and extra things, some lickies and chewies and doodads, just to say thank you for being you, because you deserve it. And if you think that somebody's done something great in your life, get them a POB right there. Bunker Branding, the link below, bunkerbranding.com, that's right. POBs, are you special enough? Do you deserve it? Does your husband mow the lawn and take out the trash without you having to tell him? Is that the first time he's ever done it? POB, get him a POB. Cheapest way to support the channel is leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this thick dong strong man sweeping up and saving all these children. And if you want to see uncensored content and more videos from not just me, but Cody, Donut Operator, his police videos are very gruesome sometimes. The Fat Electrician or Brandon Herrera, then go over to Pepperbox. Get like a 2-week free trial. If you hate it, fine. I started doing narrating animals, like a nature documentary. It's called Animal Sounds. No, Animal Noises. I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 are kind of but I'm getting better and it's fun. So, we're doing cool over there, whatever. Jealous. See you next time, weirdos. Oh my gosh, what's the 9-line medevac? How am I forgetting the 9-line medevac training that I've had for so long? You've got ambulatory, you've got litter. Oh, and then what's the other one? Oh, no, you gotta study. You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. God help me, I'm gonna eat it in the comments, and I deserve it. I deserve it.